Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Rindside Recap. I am your host, Ninja, and let's get started with a brand new week of wrestling, starting with Monday Night Raw. Welcome back to the show. We are freshly off Clash of Italy, and I enjoyed pay-per-view. I thought it was good for the most part. My favorite match of the night was definitely Jade and Rhea's match. I know a lot of people are kind of iffy on that match, but I enjoyed it. It had me almost getting out of my seat, so I liked it a lot. And the worst match of the night for me, honestly, is between Cody and Gunther's match and Oba and Brock's match. Oba and Brock, I mean, it was a good hype match, but it wasn't what I expected it to be. I thought it was going to do a little bit more than what we was hoping for, but that's here or there. But I think we're going to have a good show. I know they're going to start doing the tournaments for the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring. So I guess we're going to look forward to see who's going to be in that and who is going to win those tournaments, to see who's the new king and queen of this year. And after all that, let's get started with the show. So y'all, the show opens up with Roman Reigns and the Usos, and it's just basically Jacob acknowledging Roman. Jacob came out after being called out by all of them, and he basically said he's gonna stand on his word. His children watched him lose last night, and he wants his kids to see that he is an honest man and he will keep his word against Roman. So he got on one knee and said that he acknowledged Roman, and Roman told him, "I love you, you just don't understand right now." So then Jay and Jimmy went off some other tangent and basically warned everybody in the locker room that they're the ones. And I guess we're back on to Bloodline territory again, which I'm excited. I like the Bloodline. I just didn't like how it lasted for like 4 years, but I don't know. We're back on Bloodline territory now. So y'all, the first match of the night was the first match of the first round for the King of the Ring tournament, and we had Carmelo Hayes, Solo Sikoa, Oba Femi, and Penta, and it was a decent fatal 4-way. Solo did have Tyler Tonga with him, and he did try to get involved in the match, but Oba was there and he stopped that real quick, and Oba ended up being the winner of the first match in the round. So Oba won, and then Oba addressed Brock Lesnar, saying that he basically took his beating from Brock Lesnar and reminded Brock Lesnar that is 1-on-1. So he basically said after the King of the Ring tournament, he wants to see Brock Lesnar down the line, which I hope if they do, this match will be much better than what it was. So future Oba versus Brock 3, maybe SummerSlam. I'm pretty sure, I'm guessing. So y'all, we get a quick little segment with Sol Ruka, and this her just basically just saying to the fans that she won the title from Becky and she's gonna prove to herself, to the world, why she only took 4 years to get to the top, and it only took her a couple months to make it to the main roster, and just nothing. Just her just saying that she's the champion. Then it jumps to Roman and the Usos, and Roman is basically telling Jay and Jimmy the plan, and Jay is gonna get his shot at the King of the Ring tournament later, and Roman basically told him to go win it so him and Roman can hold both of the 2 main championships. And as Jay walked off, Roman called back Jimmy and told Jimmy that Jay needed to do it on his own. He had basically got something else planned for Jimmy. So I don't know. And also to keep an eye on Jacob, because they fully don't trust Jacob right now because he probably still emotional. So y'all, the second match of the night, we had Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio versus All Ego, Ethan Page, and Rusev. And this was okay. It was a typical tag team match. Really nothing too exciting about it. But Rey and Dragon Lee got the win. So that's that. They really don't have no story really to go off. So that's that. So then it jumps to Penta, and Penta and Rey are gonna have a title shot for the Intercontinental Championship. So then it jumps to GM Adam Pearce and LA Knight, and LA Knight is just complaining to Adam Pearce how the bloodline is somewhat back together and he don't have no shot at nothing, and he called the Ulafala the Oompa Loompa, some weird thing he called it Oofalafa, something like that. But he's mad, and basically GM Adam Pearce told LA Knight to mind his business, and he is going to worry about Roman and them later. So who knows what LA Knight is going to do. LA Knight is going to turn to Sammy. LA Knight is slowly turning into Sammy by constantly complaining that he doesn't have a shot for anything. But hopefully he gets something so he can stop complaining. So y'all, our next match of the night was another woman. So our next match of the night was the first round of the Women's Queen of the Ring tournament. You had Io Sky, Julia, Lash Legend, and Roxanne Perez. And this match was a good one. I think the men's was a little bit more better, more chaotic. But the women did pretty well. But all in all, Io won the Fatal 4-Way match, and she is now in the second round of the brackets. So I don't know if Io's going to win this. I don't feel like she's going to win this tournament. I think it's going to be somebody else, but who knows. So then it jumps to Maxine Dupree, and Maxine is complaining to GM Adam Pearce how she does not have a shot in the tournament. And basically GM Adam Pearce told her once there's an opening, then she'll be the first person in line. So how I take this is she's going to jump somebody and take their spot, or somewhere in that realm. So then Otis and Tazawa was like, oh, we got you. We got your back. And basically Maxine just brushed them off. And Otis told Maxine, like, hey, you're hanging around Austin, well, too much. You know, we don't like that. He's bad news. And Maxine is like, I got this, mind your business. And they just kind of just step back. So, I don't know. I think Maxine is going to leave Otis and them to go with Austin. So y'all, we get a quick little segment with Lyra and Bailey, and they was trying to talk to Kathy about having a possibility of getting the women's tag team champions back from Brie and Paige. And as soon as Bailey was talking more about it, Lyra peeped Sol Ruka and basically asked Sol Ruka for a shot at the Women's Intercontinental Championship. And Sol was like, yeah, sure. So, I guess next week we're going to have a match between those two, or weeks to come. So then we jump to the Judgment Day, and Roxanne is having a full-on panic attack about not winning her match that she had earlier. And Liv is like, it's okay because I'm going to be the new Queen of the Ring. And then also Dominic's going to win the men's, so then me and him going to be king and queen. And everybody else in the room is like, what are you talking about? We got chances over here too. And Liv is like, oh, no. I'm just saying it's a possibility that, you know, we all can be involved and so forth and so forth. So then they all walked off, but except for Liv, she kind of stayed back and gave Roxanne a dirty look. So apparently Roxanne cannot read the room that Liv don't like her, and she just wants her out of the Judgment Day. Maybe she feels like her spot is getting tested by Roxanne being there, but who knows. So y'all, we have the final match of the night. We had Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker, and this was a great match. It's probably the best match, probably gonna be the night for me. I really enjoyed this match. You had Braun Breaker running over the place. You had Steph countering over the place. And then towards the middle to the end of the match, you had Austin Theory trying to get involved. He ended up, getting involved with Steph. But Steph kicked out and pulled through. So then Steph ended up getting into a Paul Heyman. And Steph wasn't paying attention. Braun Breaker started running from the other side of the arena and ended up accidentally spearing Paul Heyman, so he got taken out. So then Steph took advantage of it and curb stomp Braun Breaker and getting the win off of Braun, which took forever. I mean, it was a long time coming for Steph. But that was the end of the show. And it was a decent show. Steph's match, the best match of the night. I think that the men's King of the Ring is the second best. I really enjoyed this show for today, and I hope y'all did too. And I cannot wait to see y'all on Friday. And hopefully we get some more insight on Roman, Jacob, bloodline thing. But after all that, please be sure to like, follow, subscribe if you want to, share if you want to, and y'all go on my TikTok. I post also on my TikTok different ideas, different things I say about the matches that I come up with later. Be on the lookout for that. It's Ninja the Ninja on TikTok. You probably will see my face as the picture, and also on Instagram, Ringside Recap. It will have my logo of the Lucha mask as the profile picture. But yeah, be on the lookout for that. But after all that, be sure to love one another, be blessed, and mental health matters. Bye.